dating a drug dealer, I felt more feminine than I ever felt in my life. The best gifts I ever had in my life. I felt the most feminine with a drug dealer. You're young, the risk is worth that reward for you, but as you age and get older, you realize you can get that excitement from doing other things. We're being totally honest, drug dealers are more romantically, they know women. They know women because they get a lot of women, so they know women.
What about you? What's your type?
I like drug dealers, dark skin.
She like drug dealers and scammers, y'all.
They gotta have money.
A 9-to-5 guy or a perk-head drug dealer with money?
Perkhead. A perkhead drug dealer with money.
Perk drug dealer with money.
I want the perkhead with the money. A drug dealer.
I like drug dealers. How bad is the perk?
It's all fun and games until they hit the wall or have a child. The only thing for survival, not love. Once their looks fade, so does their value. Everyone knows what comes with dating someone in their life. And if that's your preference, then don't blame other men when things go left. A guy working 9 to 5 isn't going to put up with the same thing a drug dealer is. We understand our value and won't settle for someone that don't add anything to our table. I'd rather work 2 jobs and provide a decent life for my family than going through life looking over my shoulder.
Baby, how am I picking them?
You're a part of the problem.
Why am I attracting that?
Bro, it's the same thing I always say. If you 3 baby daddies in and they all deadbeats, you are a poor decision-making woman. And I'm not trying to beat that down, into you. But maybe you need to stop for a second. Stop popping them kids out like they candy. And chill out and reassess yourself and really reevaluate and be like, okay, what's going on with me? Because I'm not a cum bucket. Because that's how it's coming off. That's how it come off to me. I'm sorry. Anybody that want to release in me can.
I remember saying this for years, but I guess it hits different coming from a woman. It's a lose-lose situation dealing with a woman with 3 kids and 3 baby daddies. You're better off dating someone that doesn't have any. These type of women need to stop blaming all men for the bad choices they have made. There's plenty of good guys out there, but these ladies look over them until they're in this type of predicament. It had to be a bunch of single, bitter women that made this list, and half of them probably gave it up after one of these dates. The other half only go on dates to get a free meal, most of the time to a place they can't afford themselves. They don't want a relationship, they just want the perks that comes with it. Ask them to go Dutch on a first date and watch how their tone change. They'll either catch an attitude or agree to go to an affordable venue like the Cheesecake Factory. Don't let these women shame you into wasting your time and money.
After I cheated on my husband, I gave him a hall pass. But here's the reason why I did that. Is because I didn't want to take the responsibility of getting rid of all demons that I opened up my marriage to. And usually this is what people do when they cheat. They want their spouse to cheat on them back, so it would give them a reason to feel better in some way. But let me tell you, that's the wrong way to do it. It's the wrong way to go about it because at the end of the day, you make matters worse.
And even though I knew that option was put forth in front of me, I knew that wasn't the right choice.
Yeah.
That's not the way that we try to rebuild a marriage. If you want to stay in a marriage that's still on a downfall and just ride it out downhill, that's up to you if you want to make that choice. But I was not about to make that same choice if I know I also have another option of getting back in the face of God, praying for my marriage, praying for my wife, and trying to do the things and correct the wrongs that we had that led us into that position.
You had an option to leave before you cheated, but you chose to be selfish. He's better than me, because I'm going to need my ring back since it doesn't mean anything to you. Pack it to go luggage since you don't like what you have at home. Keep your hall pass. I'm not going to help you clear your conscience.
How'd y'all divorce?
My husband got sick with cancer, and that changed him, and it changed the dynamics of our marriage. There was nothing that I did not do.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Did he have chemo or radiation?
He had a form of chemo, which is called BCG. It's an injection.
I know.
I
know what cancer is. I'm a cancer survivor.
Okay.
Is he in remission?
Yes, he is.
And who filed for divorce?
I did.
Why?
Emotionally, as a partner and a spouse, I was emotionally neglected. And financially, funds began to be withheld from me that would have normally never been an issue.
God almighty. Okay.
Wow. He's fine for his life and you worry about spending money and not getting enough attention. How selfish could you be? But I get it. Your marriage is a transaction to you. You just love the money and only marry him to get more access to the funds. This is part of the reason why men don't get married these days. The bare minimum some of these females bring to the table can be bought.
Let me say this. Any man who speaks that they cannot date a woman with kids, he has a mental problem. You see, it's not that he can't date a woman with kids. He don't know how to be a father. He don't know what it takes to be a real man to another woman's child.
Oh, you tripping. And you need to redirect that energy towards the baby father. That's his responsibility. Tell him to step up and take care of his family. Stop blaming men with no kids for single mom and deadbeat dad's decision. Most men with no kids won't settle when they have better options. That's just their preference. Why put yourself in a lose-lose situation when you could date a woman with no kids?
I just want free drinks. I have a boyfriend.
You want free drink?
Yeah, and free things.
You got a boyfriend, but you're out here just trying to use other men and make them think you like them, get free drinks and go home?
Do you know how fun flirting is when you have no intentions of doing anything?
No, I don't.
It's really fun. My boyfriend knows. Like, listen, no, okay, it's not like that.
So this is the future.
And so why not just be single? And is he really your boyfriend? You guys just could buy a couple of bottles and have some fun at home. Role play or something. You're risking a relationship with free drinks. Is that all it takes these days?
If I had different people in my ear at that time, I would not have made that decision. No.
Wow. Single women keeping women single. What your friends do, ladies, is they take your emotional bandwidth that should be for you and your healing, you and your progression, and what they do is they weigh you down with like an albatross around your neck. They drain you. They see your possibility and they realize one thing. They don't have the desire to do any better. See, it's not as though they can't have what you're on the way to get. They're just too lazy to do the work. This is the mess they do to manipulate you to stay stuck with them. And modern women are blind to the manipulations of their friends because you assume these people are actually your friend. They're not your friend. They're not your friend. They're not your friend. They are not your friend. They are there to pick up the crumbs off of your life.
A good man can treat them like a queen, give them everything they ask for and more. And some of these ladies will still leave them because of outside noise, taking relationship advice from their jealous single friends, then wonder why they themselves end up single. You have nobody to blame but yourself, though. Go to couple therapy before letting others into a relationship.
I was always raised that the man is supposed to cater to you. I mean, you're courting me, so court me. Mm-hmm. That means wherever I want to go, you take me. Absolutely. Whatever I want, you buy me. That's courting. You know, I'm looking for a provider.
In the video, now of course I'm sure you think of it differently now, but in the video you basically told him that, you know, you're not going in there, you know your value. It would be embarrassing for you to go inside a Cheesecake Factory. A lot of people like Cheesecake Factory. Now, so when I see that video, I'm thinking, okay, she must have some friends who probably would disagree with her going inside a Cheesecake Factory. Your peer group. So peer pressure probably keeps you from.
Never lived that. Oh my God! I would have never lived that down.
Wow! Just ate the Cheesecake Factory. They wouldn't let you live that down.
No, I have an image to protect.
So we're changing the definition of courting a woman now. What does buying you things and taking you out to fancy restaurants have to do with courting a woman? Let me guess. Your love language is receiving gifts. Sounds like you was raised to remain single because that doesn't make any sense. Why don't you let the people's opinions you value take you out on a date, buy you gifts, and be a provider? Stop saying you want traditional values when you're not traditional yourself.